everybody. We're back from about 2 weeks. I had some things to do, plus for the holiday. What we're talking about today is specifically for parents. And the question is coming up in LinkedIn and some other social media formats, and that is skills versus college. Where do you get the skills, or is college really giving you the skills? And my particular thing is, do people really look at? A lot of people, they're going to go to college. I know when I taught high school and everything, they wanted all this highfalutin math. And I used to ask the kids, what do you use calculus for? What do you use differential equations for? What do you use polynomials for? And they didn't know. So my answer to the skill level thing is, when did I get any skills? Well, I used to put in fencing during my college years, and I learned a lot about it. As a matter of fact, I could probably put some fencing in, wooden fence or chain link, all that kind of stuff. It was mostly chain link. But if you go back to college and think, well, what skills did you obtain from college? And I took up chemistry and biology. The only thing that I can think of that's a skill that would compare to something that I can do, that when my father taught me a skill like changing brakes in a car, um, or how to tune up the car, that type of a skill, is in college. The skill was basically how to learn. What were the things that you had to go through to learn? And that, other than that, I mean, I operated some chemistry laboratory equipment, and most of it back then was lectures. But I was Ubering, say 6 years ago with at UF, and I asked them like, "What are the professors? How do they teach?" And they said mostly lecture, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I mean, we're in the period of the iPhone and all kinds of high tech situations where this guy is just, or woman is getting up and just talking from notes when there's so many things that you can do. So a lot of the, matter of fact, there's a webinar on LinkedIn that they're going to go over and have discussions. But I think that you need to obtain skills. And when I say you, I'm talking about junior and senior year students that think they want to go to college, but they want to take a break and do something else. Now, what would I do? Well, I put on a lot of running and cycling races. And your kids, if they're probably athletic, they could do the same thing. Now, there's a lot of mechanics to it. The first thing I would do is I'd start a nonprofit. Matter of fact, parents, you can get them to start a nonprofit. IRS, it's $850. You start it, give it a name. But the thing is, what's your objective? Let's say, um, hypothetically, your objective is to raise funds for diabetes. So you get your 501, you go to a registration site like Run Sign Up or Race Roster, you set it up. But first, there's some other things you have to do before you set it up. But my point is, you can get runners, and there's a lot of charities that do this. They get runners. Let me give you one before I forget. Is Tunnel to Towers had one a couple of weeks ago down in the villages, and they had 600 people at $30, $40 a shot. That's a lot of money coming in, a lot of scratch, as they say. So here you have it. If you create a charity, your son or daughter is a CEO, you, the parent, okay, and other people are on the board, and you help out with it, boom, you're talking about an unbelievable resume. Unbelievable. So, with that being said, I'm not going to give you all the particulars, but I wanted to just tag your brain on what your children can do. Instead of getting a job at McDonald's, or, not that I have anything against that. I was 16, worked at Dairy Queen. I think I've had every job known to man, but one that could help you with your future as a career or working for somebody is not going to be that one. So, with that being said, we're going to go over this topic. the next time, but I want you to check it out on different types of charities. There's ones that are for political charities, there's three or four different ones, there's also foundations. So, my answer to the question of saying skills versus college is I think your children in high school can obtain more skills instead of going to school, and you save a lot of money. Let's look at what has come into the media in the past couple of weeks. Protest, Ivy League colleges, you're paying 40 to $60,000 a year to have your kid go out there and have their mugshot on a video and they're ripping down stuff or burning up stuff. I know I went through that with the 60s and 70s with the Vietnam War. But now they got you on video. Back then, no, they had to take a Polaroid shot. What did you do with that? So it's a lot. We're not in Kansas anymore. It's really different today. You don't want your student out there protesting. You want them to have a skill that they can push forward and use. Is the 501 charity one a good skill? Yes. Should your children do it? I don't know. What are their skills now that they're getting from high school? Maybe they like to write. Maybe they want to go on Fiverr and do resume building or edit novels for people who are writing novels. So there's a lot of things, but you're going to see in the future that I think the Ivy League schools have brought it out into the open where people are saying, why the hell do I have to pay this kind of money and my kids are doing crap like this? So save that money, start a nonprofit or business for your child, junior, senior, and it's something that he has a passion for or she has a passion for, and you're going to see dollar for dollar, it's a good deal. And I will see you later.